Too many people are fixated on the obstacles that are in front of them, that they can't see the opportunities that are around them. This, my friends, is what you call possibility blindness. What do I mean? I'm so glad you asked. Today, I'm showing you how to see beyond what you see so that you can transform your reality. Oh, I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What is happening? I hope you're doing well. Come on, family. Hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button on our video. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button on this video. While you're doing that, why don't you tap the subscribe button as well? It's going to be an explosion of inspiration. I'm giving you nothing but not just information, but revelation. Come on, family. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. We're getting ready to have a conversation of illumination. Let's light it up in here. 100 watts. Because I'm going to keep it 100. Turn on the lights. Let's light it up. Why? Because we are the light of the world. Speaking of the light, we're getting ready to highlight, getting ready to mix it up and spotlight our topic entitled Possibility Blindness. Come on, family. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Do that. Talking about possibility blindness right here on In the Mix with yours truly, Dr. Eddie. And a lot of times we are just so fixated and we're so confused, we're so confounded, and we're so complexed simply because we're so fixated on our obstacles that are in our path that we fail to notice the opportunities that are around us and that are surrounding us. A lot of that has to do with the emotional snipers of what we deal with, the scarcity mindset of solely just focusing on the problem, but not seeing the solution. Come on, family, type I am a solution. Come on, family, type that. I am a solution. I want to stretch the elasticity of your thinking. Too many of us have possibility blindness because we're just around plastic people. We're around plastic people who live their lives dry and drab and dull. Hear me, we're around people who are plastic, but we're not around individuals who are elastic. Those who stretch the elasticity of their own thinking can stretch the elasticity of your thinking. They can help you to see more and before. Family, come on. I don't want you to be blind to your value. I don't want you to be blind to your possibility. I don't want you to be blind to the open door. I don't want you to be blind to the opportunity. I don't want you to be blind to that self-love. I don't want you to be blind to your gifts and your talent and your purpose and your greatness and how you can embrace challenges, because challenges create champions. Come on, family. Type, don't be blind. Don't be blind. There are a lot of people who are blind around you who can't see the greatness within themselves, and so they sure enough can't see the victory and the greatness that's on the inside of you. And a lot of times the opportunities, we remain blind to them because we only have our eyes open to the obstacles, but we have our eyes closed and we remain blind to the opportunities. Obstacles are about sight. Opportunity is about vision. You have to walk by faith and not by sight. You have to quiet and mute the voices that are in your head. Yeah, those voices that tell you it's going to always be this way. Those voices that tell you that you're not capable. Those voices that tell you that you're too old. The voices that tell you, well, because of cultural implications and you're not the right type of person, this, that, the other, and that has always been this way, so it's always going to stay this way. You have to mute those voices. Come on, family, just type mute. Type mute. Listen, if you don't mute those voices, it's going to always mute your message. It's going to always mute your message. And here's the question. When did you lose your voice? What age were you when you lost your voice? What age were you when life gave you laryngitis? What age were you when your message got muted because of pain, because of negativity, because of shame, because of what it is that you experience, because of the maladaptive way that you were raised, because of the childhood issues and the trauma, because of the emotional snipers, because of the limited beliefs, because of the sinking thinking that kept you soaking and sinking? What age did life give you laryngitis to where you refuse to use your voice, to where you refuse to speak up in boardrooms where you know you have the answer, where you refuse to speak up in rooms where you know that you were created to be there to be a contributor, to where you refuse to share your message because you've been so stymied and stagnated and stigmatized by shame? But here it is. No possibility blindness formed against you shall prosper. I was blind, but now I see my opportunity. I was blind, but now I see me. I was blind, but now I see my grace and my gratitude and my greatness. So here's what I have to do. I got to shut the echoes of the past down. All those things that keep me moving in place of failure and having a distorted future. I got to shut that all the way down now. And I have to embrace the challenge to become a champion. Why? Because the challenges that I resist will be the victories that I miss. Whatever I resist will continue to persist. Got to move into that level of an eye-opening, open door kind of mindset. Come on, family, just type no limits, no limits, no limits. Number one, this is what you got to do if you're going to move into a place of overcoming possibility blindness, to see beyond what you see. That's what we're talking about. Possibility blindness, how to see beyond what you see. Here's what you have to do. You have to expand your horizon. Number one, family, just type expansion. I have to move into a place of expansion. I have to expand my horizon. I have to expand my vision. I have to think bigger than ever before so that I can do what's never been done before, and so that I can go where I've never gone before. I have to expand my vision. I have to expand my horizon to dream big. Because you know what? Many of us, our problem is we live life looking through the rear view mirror rather than looking through the windshield. Let me say that again. For too many of us, we have such a skewed, myopic view of life, and you live your life looking through the rear view mirror, and you end up going in reverse. You end up crashing into your past. You end up taking detours to destruction. You end up off-roading. You end up hitting something that you should have never ran into, because the vision of you is distorted. You're looking through the rear view mirror and you're not looking through the windshield. Why look at something through something that's so skewed? Why look through something that's so small rather than you looking through the windshield when you can see it all? What did Paul pray? Paul prayed that the eyes of your understanding would be enlightened. That overcomes possibility blindness. He said, I pray that the eyes of your understanding will be enlightened so that you would know what the hope of your calling is. Yeah, and the riches of the inheritance of the saints. Come on. You opening your eyes to the possibility of who it is that you are, because your package with purpose, promise, possibility, and potential. Because you're packaged with that. Now I have to open my eyes to it to see the richness of who it is that I am. Sadly, an impoverished mind sets you up for an impoverished life. And too many of us, we have gotten to the particular place that we have moved our life to something that is less than who it is that we are. When we need to be thinking about where it is that we can go, who it is that we can become, what it is that we can be. I have to move my life to overcoming the level of possibility blindness. We have to get to that particular place in our life to where we envision something that is greater and better than where it is that we have been. This could mean you going back to school. This could mean you starting a particular business. This could be and even mean that you embrace a creative endeavor. Maybe you're supposed to segue and blossom and bloom into something that is bigger and better and bolder and brighter than where it is that you have been, where it is that you are, what it is that you can be and what it is that you can become. Come on, family. Type endless possibilities. Endless possibilities. Endless possibilities. Not blind to possibilities, but I'm talking about endless possibilities. Possibilities that are endless. Possibilities that are limitless. Open doors for you that are not closing. The wrong doors close, but the right doors are open for you. Come on, family, drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Come on, drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Yeah, we're expanding your mind so that you can think bigger than you've ever thought before, so that you can do more than you've ever done before, so that you can go where you've never gone before. That's what it is. This is that prime time opportunity to walk into the open door. Family, we're having a courageous conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Membership has its privileges. I want you to become a partner with us. I want you to become a member in our In the Mix community. Yeah. Why be in the mix, but you're not a member of In the Mix? Come on. I want you to be a member of In the Mix, partner with us. And because you're partnering with us, now you're planting a seed into this vision, whether it's for increasing our reach, whether it is new equipment so that we can create and make this broadcast even bigger, better, and brighter. Your donation, your support helps us to do that. You can get a badge right now. Yeah, it's going to give you a specific denotion to where when you're commenting, it changes the color of whatever your comments are. But you also get access to our Connor's Corner content. VIP, OKP, royalty. You can get a badge for as little as $5. All of that goes a long way. Membership has its privileges. I want you to join right now. Join today. Talking about possibility blindness, how to see beyond what you see, transform your reality. Here's what we have to do. I told you, number one, expansion. Secondly, family, just type growth. 1, expansion. 2, growth. Come on, family, write that down. Growth. Here's what I have to do. I have to cultivate a growth mindset. I have to cultivate a growth mindset. What does that mean? Too many of us have a fixed mindset. We're fixated on our past. We're fixated on what other people said. We're fixated on the opinions of other people. And oftentimes people's opinions become our prison. We're fixated on what didn't work. We're fixated on what somebody said about us. We're fixated on what didn't go right. We're fixated on all the things that can possibly go wrong. And now it makes us deleterious to our destiny. We're fixated with a fixed mindset rather than fixing our mindset. What am I fixing my mindset for? I have to fix my mindset for growth. I have to fix my mindset to pull up all of the weeds of worry. And think about this. Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are of praise, whatsoever things are praiseworthy. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, this is what I need to do. I need to think on these things. That's a growth mindset right there. That's a growth mindset, because the opportunities are oftentimes being obliterated. The opportunities are oftentimes withering right before our eyes, simply because we've adopted a mindset of possibility blindness. If God wanted you to be somebody else, he would have made you them. But no, here it is. He formed you. He fashioned you to be a change maker, to be a strategic thinker, to be a developer, to be a trendsetter, to be a trailblazer, to be one who imagines, to be one who innovates, to be one who doesn't just go off of what it is that they taught you on how to think, but what they teach you. They need to teach you on the level of this is to move your life to another level of why I should be thinking this particular way. Not just what to think, but how to think, why I'm thinking this particular way. Possibility blindness withers in the presence of a growth mindset. You got to believe that your skills are needed. You got to believe that your intelligence is necessary. You have to believe that you can cultivate and you can persevere by giving the effort that is needed and necessary to where you can now be a person who catapults your life to say, listen, I'm going to change my generation. I'll first change the world by changing my world. I'm embracing the idea. I'm embracing the notion. I'm embracing the time and the dedication of what it is that I can pour into myself and pour into others to grow beyond my current capacity, the expectations of other people, and the limitations that I set on my life. I got to cultivate that growth mindset. I have to affirm myself each and every single day. I got to be speaking life over my life. I got to be rolling up my sleeves. I got to get around the type of individuals who are going to pour into me. Why? Because I cannot pour from an empty cup. I can't pour into others if I have not been poured into myself. Talk a lot about self-care, but what is self-care if you don't even care for yourself? What is self-care if you don't even know who it is that you are? If you don't even know how you should be cared for specifically on your own? I have to see the opportunity and I have to seize the opportunity. I can't remain blind to it. Breaking news, family. Got a special message. In the midst of this special message, I want you to stick and stay. More is on the way. More breakthrough is on the other side of this break. Oh, yeah. After these messages, I'll be right back. Family, there is power in partnership, and we are better together, which is why I am on a mandated mission to activate 30, yes, 30 new action takers who are ready to soar beyond their limits. I'm ready to develop and deploy you into your gifts and your greatness. Now, are you ready? Well, get activated by joining the Eagles Academy, where we cultivate your gifts and your talents to become the greatest version of yourself. And we do this through weekly mastermind sessions where you receive strategies for exponential growth with self-paced Eagles Nest reflections that include personalized feedback to transform you, to renew your mindset, to empower you to take action and actualize your purpose. Are you an action taker? If so, today I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Well, great. Then visit theeaglesacademy.com and become a member. For only $24.99, you will unlock unlimited knowledge and resources that will launch you and catapult you into the greatest version of yourself. I invite you to the winner's circle. On your mark, get set, go right now to theeaglesacademy.com and seize this moment. Yes, yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family, I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. Family, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. We're talking about possibility blindness, how to see beyond what you see. Yeah, got to do that. If you're not a part of our Eagles community, we're showing you how to see beyond what you see, transform your reality. I want you to go there right now. Yeah, go to the eaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. We're shifting you from where it is that you are to where you can be. Listen, there's more for you. It's your season to be transformed. This is your season of soar. It's your season to overcome possibility blindness and move into your level of emotional intelligence. And recognize that you have a marketplace mandate and a mindset. It's good to have all that, but this is how we show you how to do that. This is where we show you how to do that. Giving you the strategies, the structure, the solutions, and the systems on how to get there from here, from wherever you are, you can join us in the Eagles Academy. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, and I guarantee you'll be transformed. Soar with us. This is how you really become an exclusive partner. Yeah, I want you to partner with us by becoming a member in our Eagles community. Family, we talked about possibility blindness. The first few aspects is expanding your horizon. Mention cultivating a growth mindset. Thirdly, this is what I need you to do. Family, just type no to the status quo. No to the status quo. Shifting your life from where it is that you are to where you can be is you being a countercultural thinker. Is you saying, listen, I refuse to live less than. I refuse to think less than the best. I refuse to surround myself with people who pull me low and they don't lift me high. I'm saying no to the status quo. I'm going to think differently. I'm going to live differently. I'm going to plan differently. I'm going to develop differently. I'm going to challenge my limiting beliefs. I'm not going to continue to question myself when it comes to the gifts and the calling and the talent of what it is that I've been given. I'm not going to stop myself from moving into the particular place of where it is that I need to be that stops me from the capability of what it is that I need to achieve. Right? Because oftentimes we discover that the reflections that we have of ourselves are really not true. It distorts our capabilities. It distorts who it is that we are, because all we continue to do is listen to the echoes of the past rather than blast past the past. I got to challenge the status quo because the world would like to keep me looking like them. The world wants to make me in their image when here it is, you and I were created in the image of God. No to the status quo. Just because you're of a particular race doesn't have to mean you have to reflect what society says that you have to be. You can overcome every roadblock. You can overcome every stumbling block. You can turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones. You can move your life from where it is that you are to where you can be. If it's to be, it's up to me. That's what we have to get to ourselves. That's what we have to manifest in our mindset internally. Only person who can stop you is you. You got that greatness that's on the inside of you. You got to say no to the status quo that life often sets up for you. Told you number one, got to expand your horizon. Number two, you have to have and develop a growth mindset. Thirdly, no to the status quo. Number four, you have to draw inspiration from others. Draw inspiration from other people. Now, don't get it twisted. I didn't say copy other people. I didn't say copy and paste other people. I didn't say try to sound like other people. I didn't say use other people's words. No. Find your own. One of me is enough. One of you is enough. No, you don't need to be a clone of anybody. Because here's the thing. People often say imitation is the highest form of flattery. It's not. It's the lowest. Imitation is the lowest form of flattery. I ain't flattered by it at all. Imitation is very unflattering because it says, well, you are who you are. Why are you not being who you're supposed to be? Somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. Here's the question. How much longer will you make them wait? This ain't Xerox. It's not a copy machine. You're created in the image of God. You can be inspired without copying. Being inspired by others says, let me look at the life of Steve Jobs, who was a college dropout, who now who went on to co-found one of the world's most valuable and transformative companies in this country. Steve Jobs' vision is a testament of imagination, innovation, doing things that have never been done before, to take the world to where it's never been, to take the world to where it's never gone before. Despite the numerous setbacks that he faced, despite the no's, despite the opportunities that maybe he was not afforded, he gave himself an opportunity. He didn't lose sight of his dream in the midst of all of the technology boom, in the midst of all of what it is in the tech industry. Here's what he did. He revolutionized it. Why? Because whenever you get a revelation, it's incumbent upon you to create a revolution. And you don't get from revelation to revolution without taking action. Do you hear what I'm saying? When I get a revelation, it's incumbent upon me to create a revolution. But between the revelation and the revolution, I got to take action. I have to meet myself in the middle and take action. I can look at the life of Oprah Winfrey. She grew up in abject poverty. Talk about adversity. Every place that she turned, due to the color of her skin, she stuck to it, defied the odds, overcame the blockades and the barriers, overcame, here it is, possibility blindness. She saw in herself what the world was blind to. I need you to hear me. Are you willing to see within you despite what other people can't see in you? Are you willing to see within you what other people cannot see in you? Got to overcome that possibility blindness. She went on to become a maven and mogul in media, owning her own network, philanthropist. Talk about a story of resilience. Talk about a story of determination. Talk about there is no Oprah Winfrey show if Oprah didn't show up for herself to win and overcome the challenges within. Her becoming a beacon of light, her becoming a beacon of hope, overcoming adversity, overcoming her own doubts to achieve her dreams. You can look at the life of Nelson Mandela. In prison, 27 years for his anti-apartheid activism. On Robben Island, but he didn't allow the world to rob him of his identity. Moved into a place of reconciliation, moved into a place of forgiveness despite captivity, inspired the world by becoming the first African, the first black man to be the president of South Africa. Talk about an unwavering commitment to justice, an unwavering commitment to freedom, an unwavering commitment to equality as a reminder that here it is, true change is possible. Talk about possibility blindness. It's possible. Mission possible. Facing seemingly insurmountable odds. You can look at the life of Moses, when in many cases he should have been retiring, when he should have been calling it quits. At the age of 80, he's parting the Red Sea. It gets greater later. Joshua was in his 70s, entered to the promised land. Abraham and Sarah, Abraham 100 years old, Sarah 90 years old, respectively, have a child together. Birth a baby boy by the name of Isaac, and Isaac means laughter. God's going to give you such a ridiculous blessing that it's going to make you laugh. Quincy Jones didn't even produce the Thriller album to the age of 50. And you got all these excuses about your age and your stage and where it is that you are. Come on, family. It's not too late to be great. It's not too early to get started. Family, just type let's go. Come on, type let's go. Let's go. Let's grow. Look at Vanessa Williams. Recently, she put a song out, or she released a single. Here it is, not at the age of 30 or 40 or 50. She released a single at the age of 61. And you keep telling yourself that you're too old. You keep telling yourself that time has passed you by. Colonel Sanders established KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, at the age of 65. Lady by the name of Nola Oakes, at the age of 95, hear me, she earned her bachelor's degree. Then she didn't stop there. She said, yeah, I'm 98 years old, but this is a great time for me to earn my master's degree. What are you doing to draw inspiration from other people? Because everybody else's life is just a snapshot to let you know this is what I can do. God is no respecter of persons. Nobody's more special than you are. What did they do? They just tapped into their special gift and gave a special effort. Why? Because the difference between try and triumph is that little oomph. You got to go for what you know. You got to put the pedal to the metal, 0 to 100 real quick. All gas, no brakes. Why? Because either I want to be, either if I really want to be successful, I'm either going to be obsessed or I'm going to be average. Yeah, self-care has its place. But a lot of times we place it over purpose. I'm going to either be obsessed or I'm going to be average. Which one am I going to be? Which one am I going to do? What am I willing to miss out on in the midst of your FOMO, fear of missing out? Because literally, you're generally not missing out on anything when you tapped in with your purpose. Come on, family, tap in. Tap in. Tap in. People's stories are just a framework. It's just a blueprint. It's me moving into a place of how I can admire from afar where it is that I am and where it is that I can go. Because now it moves me into a place of a blueprint for my life. To overcome limiting beliefs because I know they had them. To overcome imposter syndrome because I know they dealt with it. To overcome gaslighting because I know it affected them. To overcome NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. To overcome all the distractions. When you're trying to manifest what it is that is internal, that you've been designed and you've been created to do, to overcome all of this stinking thinking that keeps you sulking and sinking, because I know that they dealt with it. I'm not the only one. You're not the only one. You got to expand your vision. You got to take action toward your dreams and your destiny. Then here's another thing. Family, type lean on me. Come on, type lean on me. Lean on Me is more than a movie. Played by Morgan Freeman. I got to lean on the right type of people. Here's what me is. Motivate, empower. I got to lean on the type of people who are going to motivate and empower me, because nobody overcomes limitations alone. Me is a prefix for mentor. Got to have mentors. I got to have supporters who are going to believe in me, even when I'm struggling to believe in me. Family, I need you to hear me. You got to have mentors and supporters in your life who are going to believe in you, even when you're struggling to believe in you. Why? Because they can see in you what you don't see in yourself. In the multitude of counselors, there is safety. I have to have a safe zone in my mind. I have to have a safe zone in my space. I have to have a safe zone in my heart. I have to have a safe zone in my soul, and my goal. I have to have a safe zone to where I have a zeal to have the will to go after it. So here's what you may have to do. You may have to seek out mentors. You may have to seek out peers. You may have to seek out community supporters. You may have to seek out individuals who are going to challenge you to think differently about your finances, challenge you to think differently about your relationships, challenge you to think differently about your habits, challenge you to think differently about your education, your schooling, your career, and your soul, and your goal, and your spirituality, and your personal development, and your identity. You have to have people who are going to challenge you from a whole gamut of various areas in your life. Otherwise, we miss out on the opportunities because of the blind spots. Possibility blindness is about overcoming the blind spots that are in your life. What are the blind spots of what it is that you cannot see in your relationships? What are the blind spots of what you cannot possibly see that are affecting you spiritually? What are the blind spots of things that are trauma filled and traumatic events and triggers that are so TNT explosive in your life? Come on, family, type check your blind spots. Check your blind spots. Sometimes when you're driving on the road and you're trying to look in the rear view mirror to go to that left, put on your turn signal and go left, or put on your turn signal and go right, and you're looking through the rear view mirror, and sometimes you make that right or you make that left into that particular lane, and then now you got to just swerve right back in because you thought that rear view mirror was going to see the blind spot, but it couldn't see it. And so sometimes you got to do that quick. Just look over your shoulders, honey. Yeah. Like Michael Jackson said in that movie, American Dream, I'll be there. Sometimes you just got to literally take that look over your shoulder real quickly, because guess what? The rear view mirror can't necessarily see the blind spot. Could it possibly be that what you're looking through is not enough for you? Could it possibly be what you're looking through, I need you to hear me, is still a blind spot for you? It doesn't see enough. It doesn't cause you to see enough. I was on the road the other day. Car in front of me had on a turn signal that was supposed to go left. Had on their left turn signal. But guess what this person did? With their left turn signal going straight ahead, they made a right. Some people are so confused. They're giving you a signal that they're going to go left and they wind up going right. Some people are so confused that they don't even know what to do. They're trying to figure it out because they've got all of these blind spots that they have not looked at. They don't have a support system that challenges them to think. They don't have the support system that is empowering them to seize the opportunity and to challenge themselves and to go past the limitations of what it is that they have placed on their mind. Come on, family, type go for it. Go for it. God gifted you for a reason to go for it. God created you in a special way. He fashioned you. He formed you before the foundation of the earth. He formed you and anointed you and created you and developed you and ordained you for a specific reason, for this generation, for this season. And you got the nerve to try to tell yourself why you're not good enough. You got the nerve to try to tell God why you're not qualified enough. You got the nerve to doubt yourself. You got the nerve to tell yourself what you can't do. And guess what? Because you tell yourself what you can't do, you never do. Why? Because if you tell yourself you can or you can't, you're right. all the gifts that you have, with all the requisite skills, with all the resources, with all the talent, with all the ingenuity, with all the intelligence, with all the imagination, with all the innovation, with all the creation, with all the next level thinking of what it is that you've been given and the way that you can master your mindset. You keep talking yourself out of what it is that God wants you to step into because of the possibility blindness that's clouding your mind. But we speak over your life right now that the scales that are over your eyes are coming off. Yeah, the blinders that you've been wearing, the blindfold that's over your breakthroughs, the blindfold that's over your vision, the blindfold that's over your possibilities is being removed right now, and your vision is being renewed. Yeah, you're being renewed like the eagles, getting ready to run and you won't be weary. You're getting ready to walk and not faint. You're being removed, it's being removed, and you're being renewed. I like that. Come on, family, type renewed. The blinders are being removed and your vision is being renewed. And as it's being renewed, you're being improved. As it's being renewed, you're being developed. As it's being renewed, you're being empowered. As it's being renewed, you're being uplifted. As it's being renewed, you're being sustained. Why? Because you have a vision to maintain. It's time for you to be courageous. It's time for you to tap into your purpose and your passion. It's time for you, I need you to hear me, it's time for you to create a ripple effect. Yeah, it's time for you to throw the rock of your resilience, throw the rock of your reservoir of gifts into the ocean of possibilities. Yeah, that's what it's time to do. Come on. It's time for you to throw that gift into the ocean of possibilities. It's time for you to, here it is, launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a draught. What is a draught? A big catch. Stop telling God that you've been toiling all night. Stop telling God that you haven't caught anything. You've been trying to catch it in the wrong area. You've been in such a shallow level. This is not the area for you. Launch out into the deep. That's where the fish are biting. That's where the opportunities are expanding. That's where the doors are opening. Launch out into the deep and cast out your net. Here's what your net is. Your net is your network. And when you increase your network, it'll increase your net worth. Possibilities, expansion, open doors, because now it's time for you to create a ripple effect. And when you create that ripple effect, that message spreads. When you create that ripple effect, it now leads you to endless possibility and potentiality. When you create that ripple effect, now somebody is affected positively to move their life to another dimension. Got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Got to get uncomfortable being comfortable. Why? Because comfort is the enemy of greatness. Come on, family, just type greatness. Type greatness. Got to move out of my realm of what is so comfortable to me so that I can step into the opportunities and the open doors that God has for me. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. This is what being a disruptor is all about. Yeah, a divine disruptor. Somebody who's renewed, somebody who's improved. I want you to sow via super chat, via super sticker. This is a great place to sow. I want you to sow where you grow. I want you to sow where you soar. Why? Because it's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow into the scales falling off of your eyes. I want you to sow into your possibility vision. Yeah, and as you're sowing your seed, I want you to name your seed. You can sow via super chat, via super sticker into this super conversation. The links of where to sow is in the chat. The links of where to sow and how to sow is in the chat. The links of where to sow and how to sow is in the description of this video as well. It's in the description area of this video. You can sow via Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail, Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, as well as Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail. And I'm believing as you're sowing your seed, God's going to do 30, 60, 100 fold in your life. As you're sowing your seed, I do want you to name your seed. Whatever you're naming your seed, I want to join my faith with yours, that God does the increase in your life and empowers you to see beyond what you see, seeing beyond the circumstance, seeing beyond the storm, seeing beyond the sickness, seeing beyond the disease, seeing beyond the financial instability, seeing into the level of greatness of what it is that God has given you. And he's going to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. Thank you for sowing that seed. Thank you for sowing that seed. Family, if you're not a member of our Eagles community, I want you to partner with us to go and soar beyond this channel right here. To be an ultimate partner with us by becoming a member of our Eagles community. Come on, family, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Let's soar into a greater level of success and purpose. I'm refining, I'm developing, I'm coaching, I'm teaching, I'm mentoring. I'm showing you what I've learned in decades and days, in moments and months, and I'm giving it to you in minutes. I'm shifting you out of the season of this place of where it is that you've been. I'm showing you how to unlearn and relearn so that you can transform not only your world, but the world around you. I'm showing you how to be blind to the obstacles in front of you so that you can see the opportunities that are always around you and surrounding you. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com to join us. Theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed so that you can be an ultimate partner with us and experience the transformation that we experience. Experience the accountability partners that we experience. Experience the level of development in our gifts and our marketplace mindset, because we have a mandate to go out and do it and manifest it and make it happen. Join us there. Family, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. While you're hitting the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Was this conversation empowering for you? Was this conversation empowering you for you? No more possibility blindness formed against you shall prosper. I want you to prosper with us. I want you to cause in the mix to prosper even more by, yes, becoming a vision partner with us. You can get any of the badges that we have available, VIP, Royalty, OQP, for as little as $5. Go ahead and get a badge. And then also get membership privileges to our Connor's Corner content. Membership has its privileges. That's my give to you, because you're planting a seed to sow into good ground here, giving you exclusive access to our Connor's Corner content right here on our In the Mix at 6 membership area. Our In the Mix membership area. Go ahead and do that. We thank you for all of our supporters and our partners as well. You are what makes this show go to another level, another dimension. Family, In the Mix is out of time, but trust me, I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we do that each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix, right here on the YouTube side. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and hit the subscribe button. We mix it up, yes, right here on the YouTube side, but also on our sister satellite stations on social media. And so we give a sincere salute to all of our viewers. But of course, I got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then come on, step this way, step that way. Which way am I referring to? I'm talking about you friending me. I'm talking about you following me right now. Yes, right now on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Come on, family, put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Yeah, put my name into the search engine on one of those social media apps and hit the follow button. Friend me, follow me, connect with me. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, come on, family, don't hesitate. Reach out to me. Go back and check out all of our content that's right here on our YouTube channel. Family, just type hours. Yeah, I give you hours and hours worth of content. Endlessly. Got more shows than Netflix. Yeah. So flip through all of it. Check it out. Go back and rewatch it. Add me to your playlist. Check it out. You're working out, listen to me. You're driving, listen to me. You're at the crib, listen to me. In your cubicle at the office, listen to me. Yeah, and listen to me. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? You know I'm the man for the job. So invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Yeah, your college, your event. Let's make some progression. Invite me. Email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. info@EddieConnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family, it's been fun. But you know, a brother gotta run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter. Peace and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. Family, there is power in partnership, and we are better together, which is why I am on a mandated mission to activate 30, yes, 30 new action takers who are ready to soar beyond their limits. I'm ready to develop and deploy you into your gifts and your greatness. Now, are you ready? Well, get activated by joining the Eagles Academy, where we cultivate your gifts and your talents to become the greatest version of yourself. And we do this through weekly mastermind sessions where you receive strategies for exponential growth with self-paced Eagles Nest reflections that include personalized feedback to transform you, to renew your mindset, to empower you to take action and actualize your purpose. Are you an action taker? If so, today I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Well, great. Then visit theeaglesacademy.com and become a member. For only $24.99, you will unlock unlimited knowledge and resources that will launch you and catapult you into the greatest version of yourself. I invite you to the winner's circle. On your mark, get set, go right now to theeaglesacademy.com and seize this moment.